Beba or Rosa, can you write for me that I'm planting a strawberry here? Because I will forget when I get home. Okay, yeah, see, that's why I have to write it down. I got a journal too. I got to write down because I won't remember. Okay, this is how you transplant directly in the soil. Does anybody have one of the rake? Thank you much. That's okay, I grabbed one. I generally like to use my hand, but some of us don't like to touch the dirt, which is okay. I'm going to teach you both ways. I'm going to do this. Twist, twist, out. Twist, twist, out. Twist, twist, out. Okay, I'll show you right now. Okay, I generally, rule of thumb, can I have a knee pad? Gracias, Juanita. Generally, rule of thumb, I always want it to be the depth of 3 times the size of the plant. I'm going to dig that deep. What do I do now?
2 fingers.
2 fingers. I'm going to get the best one. Not because it's bigger means it's healthy.
Looks greener too.
Look at the small one. Which one is that one? Good job, girl. My 2 fingers. Give it a little tap tap.
So doesn't the strawberry will have too much sun being like that? No.
What's wrong with this picture?
Bound roots.
Okay, I need somebody to go. Thank you. You want to put some gloves on? Okay, go put a little bit of water on it. In fact, go ahead and water this whole thing.
You can use the hose right there.
There's a hose right here, Mamita. Over here. In fact,
I'll do that for all of them?
yes, please, for all of them, because we're going to transplant them. Okay? All right, so you're going to do twist, twist, turn, out, twist, twist, out. Now, if you don't want to touch the soil, you can do this as if it was your hand. Pull this out, go like this, because some of us have rougher soil. We're going to talk about soils next time. We're going to pull this out. And you can't do it with your hand. So you're going to have to use one of these. Now, does anybody remember, why do I like to use these instead of the spade?
Because it hurts the soil less.
Yes. Yes, please. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. A little bit more. Okay.
I didn't hear the explanation of why you like this better than
Okay. The reason why, once again, 1 cup of soil has more life in microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, than the life of humans on the planet Earth. Just because we cannot see doesn't mean there's no life in the soil. So, because we respect the soil, we don't want to put a spade right through it because there's earthworms in the soil. Wally and Susie, as you know. We call Wally and Susie our earthworms at the schools. And we don't want to kill Wally and Susie, so we use these because Wally and Susie can go through the rake. Okay? So that's another way of doing it. Pretend it's your hand. Okay? Now, what's the next step I should do?
cut the roots.
Split. Gently. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's my next step?
Tickle.
Tickle the roots. Tickle the roots. Okay? Now, I'm going to hold it by the leaves. Never by where the stem and the soil meet, because if you break this part right here, the plant will pass. Yes, the plant will die. Okay? So, I then measure. Is that too deep? Yes, it's too deep. But notice the width and the depth of this plant. I mean the hole. That's good. This is good, even though it's too deep. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pour some of the soil, loosen it up. Why do you guys think I should loosen up the soil?
So that the roots...
So that it can be, so that the roots can penetrate, the water can penetrate, and the roots... No, what was the one you said, Sirena? You had an answer. Oh, Brian, what did you say?
So the roots can grow?
Yes, so the roots can penetrate through, and the water can go through. Okay? Alright, so then I'll place it down. What do you guys think I should do next?
Cover it.
Cover it with dirt. But this is a baby. So gently with a warm blanket of soil.
You cuddle it.
You cuddle it.
You have to sing to it, tell them you love it.
Love it.
And I promise I'll grow better.
And I actually did a mistake.
I know.
I'm going to take this guy out. I made a mistake.
Because it's too close to the wood.
It's too close to the wood. Very good. Good observation.
Then I'm going to eat too.
Too close to the wood? Yeah, I had it too close to the wood.
How many inches from the wood do you want it to be?
Just
Three?
About 3 or 4.
Three.
Loosen it, loosen it, loosen it, loosen it, loosen it. Okay?
So a strawberry needs a foot?
About a foot or more.
Okay.
It can go. It depends on the variety.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab the soil and sprinkle the warm soil around the base of the plant. Cuddle it. Okay? Once the soil is on top, now you're going to use both of your fingers like this and do this. Press down, grab a little bit of more soil and sprinkle it. This is very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. Not only is it therapeutic, I'm breathing oxygen, I'm stretching my back, I'm exercising.
The runners are already trying to stick because I have just sitting there on my walkway.
One more time. Pressing it down. Pressing it down. It just helps. It helps it to anchor it. So it's like if there was a wind or a deep rain, the wind or the rain won't get uprooted, so it won't come up out of the soil. Okay? So that is how you transplant inside of a plot. Now, I need one of the plastic pots. If you could, there's plastic pots somewhere.
Behind her? Behind Graciela?
Okay, Graciela, give me a plastic pot. Just one. Cynthia, this one.
I like getting dirty.
Good. I'm glad you do. Okay, and now I need a bag of compost. Can everybody see me?
Yes?
Okay. Oh, you have all your tools there. In my bag?
Yeah.
This is my bag.
This is why she got a bag.
That's why I got a bag.
You get that at Home Depot?
No, this one, I don't know. Yeah, I think you can get one at Home Depot. The bell is my dad's, and this is my brother's.
Was your dad's and was your brother's?
El cinto
El
pillado.
cinco es de agave? No. Not that agave, es
Es de pita.
No, no es de
Es
pita.
del hilo de la... Ajá. Because
It's an agave flower.
Ajá. From the agave, they take out the strings from the agave.
Ándale. But what is it called? It's not called agave, it's called de la tequila. ¿Cómo se llama?
Maguey.
Maguey. The strings, this right here is made out of maguey. It's a natural cactus or an agave. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. So, let's do another plant. Give me 1 second. Can you give me the tomatoes or something?
$3.
I'll switch you. Okay, how to transplant your babies into a bigger pot, or let's pretend that it was a huge pot. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get either, I like to do a combination of soil and compost, but let's pretend this is both. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit of soil at the bottom.
Would you get the soil at Home Depot?
These are tomatoes. I'm sorry?
Would you get the soil at Home Depot?
We'll talk about soil. You're going to hear the scientific one and my opinion.
Okay. Is it good to use the egg cartons in there, or like little rocks under when you start planting?
For drainage.
You can. You can. What's the first thing I do? I want to hear you guys.
Split.
Split.
4 times.
Split. Tickle.
Split. Split. you know what I forgot to do with another one?
Cut
The roots.
Cut
Oh,
Remove
take the half-inch off
a
the bottom.
little bit from the bottom.
Right.
Okay. Now
You
what?
would always want to do
Now
that.
tickle.
Now
out of
tickle. When you tickle and you're going to transplant, you tickle inside of the pot. Why do you guys think?
So that it can move the soil.
So that it doesn't go into major shock, and it thinks, oh, they're just moving me, but I still have the same soil. Okay. Now, how deep should I plant this tomato?
3 times as deep as the roots.
With the
Or
hair,
to stop.
Up to here,
Oh, because you want it to be deeper.
because I want it to anchor itself as much as possible. Okay. And then gently cover it, yes, with soil.
So this is in the case that you wouldn't have, that you don't have a bed and you need to do it in a container, right?
Yes, ma'am. Or if your bed is not prepared to transplant your babies and your babies are outgrowing your paper cups.
Question.
Yes.
Going from after sprouting, this is where I'm at. After giving away the trees,
Yes.
after sprouting,
Yes.
the sprouts are about twice as big as what you have in that little pot right now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of putting them into the soil, wondering if it's too late. Some of them are 7-8 inches tall. Is that too late to go into a box soil, prepared soil?
No. In his instance, he probably had to wait, and those plants got to be 7 inches tall. But that's okay, because he's been caring for them. They may be a little bit root bound, but that's okay. You still do the same process. You remove the bottom, you split it on the 4 sides, and put them into your
Tickle.
tickle, and then you put them into your soil. Now, for tomatoes, try to bury them to the top leaves as much as possible, so that the stem will produce more roots for it to anchor itself.
With the tomato, aren't you going to need like 2 feet for the roots to go down if it stays in a container?
Do you? You're going to keep it in a container?
I have a light problem.
Yes,
You know,
you do. I
that's
forgot
my
about that.
issue.
Yeah.
So I have light in the front and I have light down in this arroyo.
Yeah.
I have enough light now. I have 5.5 hours light.
Okay, good.
So I'm moving stuff that was in containers.
Into
And
the
that's my
ground.
question.
Yes, you can
Some
still.
of the stuff may need to stay in the containers. Will it be too shocking to go to the box down the hill?
I say that if they're more than 3 feet tall,
Okay,
it can go into
okay.
shock.
Okay.
But if you care for them and baby them, Robert, they should be fine. Okay? And feed them. Feed them compost and worm tea. Remember we taught worm tea and compost.
Yeah.
You can come back to the worm tea section so I can teach you again.
Oh, I heard of worm tea.
Yeah, my
That's the
source
next
for
one,
worm
yes.
tea, I just came from there
From
today.
urban worms.
Urban worms has vanished.
Oh, really?
Poof.
Okay, we'll talk about that. If you want to come back, we'll talk about it. I'm gonna. Well, let's not sidetrack.
Come back when? Today?
No. Then
Next
I'll give you
time.
the schedule.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a schedule.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So we've already put this guy into the pot. What do you guys think I should do now? This is not very level.
Tap it down.
Well, first, do this. Do this. And do this again. Okay. It still needs a little bit of soil, so sprinkle a little bit of soil around it.
So you do it a little bit away from the stem, I see, but you press your
Yes.
fingers down. A little
Yes, you
away
don't
from-
ever want to really mess with the stem, because
Right.
if you break the stem or you hurt it, the plant may die.
And you don't want to press it too hard to
Not
the extent
too
where
hard.
the roots are then you just tying up the dirt again. You know, you want to leave it loose enough so that they could still take off. You're just trying to make sure that it stands by itself and it's not limp.
Right.
Okay. After I do this, what should I do? When you guys got home, what did you guys do?
Water.
How many times?
3 times.
Very good. Okay. Are you guys ready to transplant one plant into one pot?